Congrats on getting your new StepUp Swing, where you have the same amount of bikes but an even better access to your trunk or tailgate. To start with the base installation, you will insert the tongue and align the holes with the holes in the hitch receiver. Now we will insert and secure the hitch pin tool by inserting it through your hitch and tongue. Assemble the swing arm base by joining the swing arm to the base, then installing the M12 by 1.75 hex bolt with 2 M12 washers and 1 M12 nut. Then tighten fully to 25 Newton meters. To assemble the trays, attach the front wheel cup to each tray with the 4 M8 by 20 mm screws and 2 M8 by 70 mm screws to the wheel cup bolts. Tighten to 5 Newton meters. To install the rear wheel strap, install the assembly and fasten with an M6 by 94 mm shoulder bolt. It is helpful to use the outermost position for bike wheelbases over 40 inches and to use inner position for wheelbases between 30 and 40 inches. Place the inner tray, the one with a large Yakima logo on the underside, into the spine bracket, oriented so the front wheel cup is on the driver's side of the vehicle. Attach the tray to the tray bracket using 4 M8 by 21 mm screws and 4 M8 washers and hand tighten. Fully tighten using the included 6 mm hitch pin tool to 23 Newton meters. Next, we'll install the inner pivot arm. Maybe grab your glasses for this part. First, remove the foam on the hub and install the pivot arm onto the axle, rotating the inner cup so it aligns with the notches on the arm. Press to make sure it's fully seated on the axle. Install the inner cone, washer, and screw, securing the arm with a 6 mm wrench. Note here that this will require effort to get through the thread lock, tightening to a minimum torque of 10 Newton meters. Rotate the arm to check for side-to-side movement. Tighten or loosen as needed. It should be smooth but not loose.
Now we'll install the outer tray. This is identified by the small side logo and the front wheel cup positioned on the passenger side of the vehicle. Repeat the installation steps from the inner tray and pivot arm.
To avoid bike-to-bike interference or to better center the wheelbase, trays can be repositioned. Prepare for loading. Load your heaviest bike first on the inner tray. Make sure there is no fender or remove it for safe loading, and do not load a bike if it has a flat tire or slow leak, as lost pressure could cause the bike to eject. Next, we'll secure the pivot arm by rotating it up and over the tire until the hook rests 1 inch or less from the brake or fork crown. Push the bike against the tire by applying firm pressure on the hook body. Now, secure the wheel strap by routing it through the wheel spokes and insert the end through the buckle and pull firmly to tighten. If necessary, rotate the wheel slightly to avoid a valve stem. Now it's time to load your second bike. It's the same process as the first bike, but facing the other direction. Remember to secure the wheels if you have a bike with a longer wheelbase. Always use the included locking cables when transporting bikes. Do this by routing the cable through the anchor point between the trays, then route the cable through the bike frame or the suspension fork. Then press the lock onto the sliding lock pin on the cable and lock it with a key. To use the swing, completely loosen the swing knob and pull the release pin, and you can swing open the carrier. To close, press down the pin inside the pivot point to release the swing and make sure to fully tighten that knob before driving away. For easier access to the rear of the vehicle, with or without bikes loaded, you can tilt the carrier down. Before operating your vehicle's liftgate, make sure there is sufficient clearance to avoid damaging your bike. To return it to the level position, lift it until it locks into place. Have fun swinging your way around town.